This little kitten, Samir, was found on the streets after his mum passed away. His journey began on a chilly evening when a passerby named Linda spotted him meowing faintly under a parked car. His tiny frame was trembling, his fur damp from the drizzle. It was evident he had been wandering alone for days. The loss of his mother had left him vulnerable and in dire need of help. Samir was in very poor condition, small, weak, and severely dehydrated. Without mother's milk for 4 days, Linda gently scooped him up, wrapping him in her scarf. His eyes were crusted shut and his weak cries tugged at her heart. She couldn't ignore his plight. Linda knew she had to act fast if Samir was to survive. Linda couldn't bear to leave him, so she took him home and cared for him. Back at her home, Linda transformed her living room into a makeshift nursery. She carefully cleaned Samir, using a damp cloth to wipe away the dirt and grime. Her every move was filled with tenderness, as though she understood how fragile he truly was. She made sure Samir was comfortable at home, covering him with a warm blanket and giving him the best care. Samir was wrapped in a soft fleece blanket that Linda warmed in the dryer. She gently fed him kitten formula through a syringe, ensuring he got the nutrients he desperately needed. Despite his initial hesitance, hunger eventually won, and Samir began drinking eagerly. Over the next few days, Linda and her husband became Samir's surrogate parents. His tiny size made it easy to carry him around. He often nestled into the pocket of Linda's sweatshirt, or snuggled in the crook of her husband's arm, feeling the warmth and comfort he'd been missing. To keep him warm, Linda crafted tiny shirts from old socks, tailoring each one to fit him perfectly. Some shirts even came with matching hats, adding a touch of whimsy to Samir's new wardrobe. He quickly became the most stylish kitten in town. Samir's favourite outfit was a bright yellow crop top. Every time he wore it, his round little belly peeked out, a testament to the love and care that had nourished him back to health. He would parade around the house, oblivious to how adorable he looked. Despite his rough start, Samir's spirit was unbreakable. As his strength grew, so did his curiosity. He explored every nook and cranny of Linda's home, his tiny paws padding softly across the floor. Each discovery, whether it was a ball of yarn or a sunlit windowsill, filled him with wonder. Samir's journey to mastering the litter box was a comical one. Initially, he seemed more interested in playing with the litter than using it for its intended purpose. Over time, though, the box became his favourite hangout spot, a cosy space where he could dig and play. Months passed and Samir blossomed into a lively, affectionate cat. His once frail body was now strong and agile. He spent his days chasing toy mice, basking in the sun, and curling up on Linda's lap. His playful antics brought endless joy to his family. Samir's story is a testament to the transformative power of love and compassion. From a fragile kitten struggling to survive to a cherished member of the family, his journey inspires hope for every abandoned animal waiting for a second chance. Samir's life is a reminder that even the smallest acts of kindness can change the world for someone in need. His story is not just about survival, it's about thriving against all odds, proving that every life is worth saving. The story of Samir is a shining example of how small acts of compassion can profoundly impact lives, not just for animals like Samir, but also for those who choose to help. What strikes me most about this tale is its raw humanity. A single moment of noticing and acting on the suffering of another being turned into a journey of healing, joy, and mutual love. Linda's decision to take in a frail, helpless kitten reflects the kind of courage and empathy we often overlook in everyday life. Many of us encounter situations where a creature, or even a person, is in dire need of help, yet hesitate, often constrained by our routines, fears, or the belief that someone else will intervene. Linda's choice to act not only saved a life, but also set an example of how taking responsibility for the well-being of a stray cat. Samir's transformation from a weak, dehydrated kitten to a playful and affectionate cat is a testament to the resilience of life when given a chance to flourish. It reminds us that even in the darkest of circumstances, there is potential for recovery and growth if nurtured with care and love. This metamorphosis also mirrors how acts of kindness can ripple outward. A saved life goes on to bring joy, laughter, and inspiration to others. One of the most heartwarming aspects of Samir's story is the extraordinary effort Linda and her husband put into making him feel safe and loved. From crafting tiny shirts out of socks to ensuring he always felt warm and secure, their creativity and dedication demonstrate that caring for a vulnerable being is not merely about providing the basics, but about creating an environment where they can thrive emotionally and physically. These small but meaningful gestures show how love is expressed through attention to detail and willingness to go above and beyond. The detail about Samir's favourite outfit, a bright yellow crop top, adds a delightful touch of personality to the story. It is a vivid reminder that every animal has its unique quirks and preferences, just like humans. These quirks become the foundation of our bond with them, deepening the sense of connection and mutual understanding. Another standout element in this story is the humour woven into Samir's adventures, particularly his comical relationship with the litter box. These light-hearted moments balance the gravity of his initial struggles, showcasing how joy and laughter often emerge from the simplest things. It is a reminder that life's most cherished memories are often born from overcoming challenges together. Beyond the immediate story, Samir's journey carries a broader message about the importance of animal welfare and the role each of us can play in making a difference. It is easy to feel powerless in the face of widespread issues like animal abandonment or neglect. Yet, stories like Samir's remind us that individual actions matter. Whether it is about adopting a rescue animal, volunteering at a shelter, or simply spreading awareness, each step contributes to creating a kinder world. Moreover, this tale highlights the symbiotic nature of rescue as Linda and her husband saved Samir. He also brought immeasurable joy and love into their lives. This mutual enrichment is a powerful incentive for more people to consider adopting or fostering animals in need. The bond between humans and animals is a unique and deeply rewarding connection that transcends language and species, rooted in trust, care, and unconditional love. Finally, Samir's story is a poignant reminder of the resilience of life and the power of second chances. It is a call to action for all of us to pay attention, to act when we see suffering, and to recognise that our small efforts can lead to extraordinary outcomes. In conclusion, Samir's journey from a vulnerable stray to a cherished family member is not just a story of survival. It is a celebration of compassion, resilience, and the transformative power of love. It challenges us to look beyond ourselves, to see the potential for beauty and joy in every life, and to take those first steps toward making a difference, no matter how small they may seem. Samir's journey is a beautiful example of what can happen when someone chooses to step in and make a difference. For every rescued animal like Samir, there are countless others still waiting for a chance at a better life. This story shows us that compassion is not limited to grand gestures. Sometimes, it's the simple act of stopping to help, of offering shelter and love, that can change everything. As we reflect on Samir's transformation, we are reminded of the resilience of life and the profound impact of kindness. Linda and her husband didn't just save a kitten, they gained a lifelong companion who fills their home with joy and love. Samir, in turn, found a family that cherishes him for who he is. If you've been inspired by Samir's story, consider how you might help animals in need. Whether it's adopting, fostering, volunteering, or donating to local shelters, your actions can make a world of difference. Together, we can create a world where every animal has the chance to live a happy and healthy life. Thank you for watching and for being a part of this journey. If Samir's story touched your heart, please share it with others to spread the message of hope and compassion. Let's continue to celebrate and support the bond between humans and animals, one story at a time.